Hello all. In this lecture we are going to discuss about pandas library which is used in data manipulation and analysis. So what is the pandas? Pandas is the Python library that handle data on all phones. Pandas can impact data, read data, pandas can use to import data, read the data, display data in an object called as a data frame. A data frame consists of a row and column. One way to get a feel for the data frame is to create one. So the pandas is used in the industries. Pandas is widely used in data manipulation. So it is also used for stock prediction, statistics, analytics, big data, and of course in data science and machine learning algorithms. So in this lecture we are going to create a dictionary which is one of many way to create a pandas data frame manipulation. This data is required in order to use pandas. You must import pandas which is universally important with the alias as PD. So you can use with different alias. So for installing the pandas you can use the commands like pip install pandas in Anaconda. So let's start first. First let import the pandas as PD. So after importing we are creating a dictionary which is contain the test of the score with the some student name, uh, three student, and their score is given by in the numbers and list. So creating a data frame, so place the dictionary which is created in this place in the dictionary into the data frame, pandas data frame. So for this we are simply write that pd dot data frame test predict, and after that we are able to df is not defined. Okay, you are able to see that this is a data frame is created with which is three names, name of the student, index with 0, 1 and 2, and their numbers, marks. So you can inspect the data frame list. Each dictionary key is listed as a column. Second and the row are labeled with indices starting with 0 by default, and third visual layout is clear and illegible. So each of the column and row of the data frame is officially represented as a series. A series is a one-dimensional array. Note that an array can be represented both of the series and numpy array. However, they are two distinct data types and are interchangeable. So we can change this data type as we require. Suppose we want to transpose this data frame, so we are simply write df dot transport in pandas. So this is the function to transport the data frame, and we are able to see that here the data frame is transport. The row is changed by column and column is changed by row. For renaming the column we can simply use df dot columns equal to suppose we want to give the column with 0, 1, 2. Instead of we are giving the name like quiz 1, quiz 2 and quiz 3. So this is a method to renaming the column. So after renaming this column we will able to find that the 0 is replaced by quiz 1 is replaced by quiz 2, and 2 is replaced by quiz 3. Selecting a range of rows. Similarly in as numpys we are able to selecting a number of rows in different ways in pandas. So first way to selecting a rows using the ilog function, generally take the two parameter. Suppose we want to selecting a first column, so we can write df.ilog 0. So you are able to see that the quiz 1, 2 and 3 are selected with their index and the data type is integer. Suppose you want to access the first row by the index number, so you can write a df.ilog 0 comma colon and space. You will able to find that same thing here. We are also able to indexing that number. So access the column by the name. We can also access the column by the name, like quiz 1, quiz 2 and quiz 3. We can access the name of the quiz 1, so you are able to get these things. So access the column using the dot notation. We can also access the column by the dot notation df underscore quiz 1. Directly access. Suppose we want to access the quiz 2 information, we can access the quiz 2 also. You are able to access the quiz 3 information. Okay, accessing the first row by the it is index. Suppose we want to access the first row by the index, first row this is by using the column, and this is by using the indexing. Simply you write the colon comma 0. You will able to find out, you will able to indexing the first row by it is column. Computing data frame with data frame. So how to connect two data frame in pandas, let we see. So define a row data frame from the first two rows and last two columns. Suppose we want to define the two data frame by the rows, name this, and column name is quiz 2 and quiz 3. So df.string is a new data frame, df.log row and columns, and suppose we want to print this, so we are able to get this. And suppose we want to select the first two rows and last two columns using the index number, so you can write this function to access the index number of the last two number. Selecting the first two rows and last two columns using the index number, you can able to find out this using this function. Similarly, you are able to find out the mean of this function. Okay, so define the new column as a mean of the other column. Suppose so we want to create a new new column, name is quiz average, and the value of quiz average is data frame dot mean x is equal to 1, means the data frame which is created in previous. Find the mean of that data frame and create the value of that mean is given in the quiz average. So you will able to find out this quiz average. Okay, so create a new column as a list as shown in the following code. So suppose we want to create a new column with these numbers 92, 95 and 88. So you are able to create df. Simply you write df quiz 4 equal to 92, 95 and 88 in a frame. So when you run, you will able to find this quiz 4. So suppose we want to delete one of the column in the data frame, so we can use delete data frame quiz average. Suppose we want to delete the quiz average, so you can use the delete function to in pandas to delete this. Okay, how to concatenating and finding the mean value with null value for other test score data. So for connecting these two data frame, we are using numpy in creating data frame for new rows. So data frame underscore new is a period or data frame. Suppose we want to create a data frame with null value, So we can use this function to creating this. After this, so when you are seeing this cell, okay, insert cell below df underscore new, and the quiz 4 is created here with name value. So suppose we want to connect this data frame, which is data frame new, and data frame which is created in previous one, this one, we want to connect this data frame. So we can use pd.connect function to connect these two data frame. You are able to get this, the new data frame created as Adrian, and the quiz, the value is name, and average value is 74. Quiz 4 is 74. Okay, so creating a new column but ignoring the name value. Suppose we want to create a new column quiz average but ignoring the name value, so we are not going to take the name value. So using this function you are able to create the new function df.mean x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1, skip na. Skip na is a function which is used to skip the null value. So run this command. Here the new column is created, the name quiz average, and the value is 71, which is given there. So when you see this data frame, the data frame of the quiz 4 is an integer, and other data frame is a float, like 63.0 is a float number, 75.0 is a float number, 88.0 is a float number, but 92, 95, 88 and 71 is an integer number. So to convert this number in a float, you can use this function df dot quiz underscore 4, the column name dot s data type equal to float. So when run this command, you will able to find this data type is convert into the integer to float. Okay, so let's explore some basic exploratory data analysis with some examples. So in this case we are going to using the weather data set. Okay, let's see the some examples how to read the data set in pandas and how to manipulate it. So we are trying to find out these three questions. Answer to these three questions. First, what is the maximum temperature in the New York of the month of January? On which days did it rain? What is the average speed of the wind during this month? So first to read the CSV file, you can read the in pandas using pd.read underscore CSV. The file which is present in directory is weather data CSV. So when you read this file, we will get this. The file is contain the 4 rows: day, temperature, wind speed, and event. So suppose we want to find the maximum temperature. So in pandas it is very simple. You write df colon df bracket square bracket temperature, name of this column, and dot max. So when you run this, you will able to get the value is 35, and here you are also able to get the value of 35, which is the maximum temperature. Similarly, to know which day it rain, so you can write the df day, the name of the day, and data frame event equal to rain. When this condition is true, it will be written as this value. So 0 1 1 2017 and 1 1 5 2017, the rain is happening. Here you will also able to see same first 0 and fourth row column, fourth row. Sorry. Suppose we want to find the average wind speed, so simply you write df wind speed dot mean. It is give the average of this wind speed. Here is some error. Okay, let's see. I think I don't have run this all. Okay, here you will be able to find out the average wind speed is 4.66. So okay, so let's see some of the pandas data frame. Data frame is a main object in pandas, so it is used to represent the data with rows and column. Data frame is a structured representation. The data in tabular or Excel separate sheet like the data. Creating a data frame, we can use the import pandas as pd first for creating a data frame. So data frame is pd.read_csv. Same data set we are using the weather data set, and creating a okay, this is a one way for creating a data frame. We can also create a data frame using manually. So weather data equal, we can also create data frame manually using this function. This is a list with key and value pair. So this is a day, this is a temperature, and this value is a wind speed, this value is a event, this one. Okay, so using this pd.data frame weather_data.columns equal to day, temperature and wind speed, you can create the data frame. Okay, so get the dimension of the data frame. To find the shape of the number of columns and number of rows in the data frame, we can use df.shape to find the shape of the data frame. If you want to see the initial some rows, then we can use the head function to see the initial rows. So the head function is showing the sum of the some initial rows. Basically it is showing the 5 initial rows, and when the tail function is showing the last 5 rows through the bottom. Suppose we want to slicing this index 2 to 5. So suppose we want to slice the index from the 2 to 5. 2 to 3 to 4. Okay, so you can also print the columns of the data frame using the df.columns. Print the column in a data frame using the df function. You can also able to print the df.day, the name date of this data frame. And okay, another way to accessing the column is this function df.df. You can add square bracket day, you can access the data frame. And similarly we want to access the 2 or more columns, we can use this double square bracket. Basically this square bracket is used in most of this data science and machine learning data for EDA, exploratory data analysis. So you can use this function. Here all the temperature, you can use a df temperature, maximum temperature. Similarly we have seen in previous. Okay, df.temperature and maximum temperature, you can print this. Okay, select which row has the maximum temperature. Suppose we want to selecting the which row has the maximum temperature. So, okay, this is a print the maximum temperature. So the describe function is used to describe the sum of the statistical function like mean, median, minimum, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, maximum, and data type of the temperature. So using this function we can see that the mean of this temperature is 30, and the standard deviation of this temperature is 3.8, minimum is a 24 and maximum is a 35. Here you can also see that the maximum temperature is 35, minimum temperature is a 24. Okay, so this is a function to use the find the maximum temperature. Okay, selecting which row as the maximum temperature. Suppose we want to select the maximum temperature of this row, in which row the maximum temperature is present. So we can write df dot temperature equal to is a condition df dot temperature dot max. When we run this command, we will able to find this 35 second. I think second row is the highest temperature. Okay, similarly select only day column which is the maximum temperature. So we can able to find that 1/2/2017 date is the maximum temperature. So here is the list of the data files that pandas will read along with the code for reading data. Okay, data type, first is the data type and code. So for reading the CSV files, we can use pd.read_csv, file name .csv with extension. Similarly for Excel file, pd.read_excel, file name with extension Excel, and feather files, pd.read_feather, file name. Similarly for HTML file, pd.read_html with file name .html with extension. For reading the JSON file, we can use the pd.read_json, file name .json. SQL database, we can read the SQL database in pandas using pd.read_sql, file name. In upcoming videos, we are also seeing some case study, so the concept is more clear in upcoming case study. Thank you so much.